Good afternoon, this is Mr. Zanaletto. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create a perpendicular bisector. And if time permits, you can always watch the end where I'll also explain how that really works. Why does perpendicular bisector work? But initially, let's just go ahead and get the few steps that it takes to create a perpendicular bisector. Now with a perpendicular bisector, we need a segment to bisect. So let's go ahead and name this segment AB, and we'll look for its perpendicular bisector. In the perpendicular bisector, we're going to go ahead and create an arc at least halfway to B. There's an arc from A. Let's go ahead and go with the arc from B. And there we go. Where they mark, X marks the spot here, X marks the spot here. Those define 2 points that will create a perpendicular bisector of segment AB. It's perpendicular and it's bisecting AB in such a way, if we name that intersecting point where the perpendicular bisector intersects AB as C, then segment AC's length would be the same as segment CB's length. And that is a perpendicular bisector. We created this line, or arc, this arc was the first arc we drew with the center at A, and then we drew this arc with the center at B, both of those having the same length to the arc from the endpoint. And then we came up with these 2 points that we could construct. This line would be the third thing we would do, is draw the line, and now we have our perpendicular bisector. The reason why this works is the perpendicular bisector actually is defined also as all the points that are equidistant from the endpoints. So if I had endpoint X and endpoint T, endpoint X and endpoint T, if I go ahead and draw an arc, my first arc, center at X, from X, points equidistant from T, if those are both the same lengths, there's 2 points that are equidistant from X and T. Now if I go ahead and I come in a little bit, I can draw another arc from X and another arc from T. Those points now, as you can see, they're starting to line up. If we go ahead and draw one more set of arcs, one from X and one from T, you can see how all 3 pairs of arcs actually intersect to form a line. And if this is the locus, or the entire set of all the points that are equidistant from X and T will be the perpendicular bisector of XT. And that hopefully gives you a little deeper understanding of it. But really what you need to be able to do when it comes to perpendicular bisectors is create this perpendicular bisector, one arc, the center at A, leaving the compass at the same measure, and make another arc with the center at B. You get your 2 points, you connect them, and you find your perpendicular bisector. And that is all I got to say about perpendicular bisectors.